Though Allan has never quite reached the heights we thought he would as a professional, he has served as a nice barometer for where his opponents are at throughout his career. Despite a dynamite set of hands and a seemingly natural ability to put combinations together, that's about the only thing he's put together as a pro. When he lost to Edison Miranda, we found out Miranda could still contend for a little while at middleweight. When he lost to Andre Ward, we figured Ward might be on his way to becoming one of the best in the world. When he lost to Glenn Johnson, we found out old Glenn Kof still had a little bit left in the tank. And most recently, when he lost to Mikhail Kessler, we found out he too had a little bit left, eye injury and all. So what will we learn about his opponent this weekend, Eleider Alvarez? Though he hasn't had to prove it against top-flight competition as of yet, the eye test has taught us a few things about Alvarez already. For one, his skill set is way, way beyond where his 12-0 record suggests it should be. He's already shown good knockout power, specifically in a pair of highlight reel KOs of Danny McIntosh and Nicholson Poulard on Wealth TV. He might not have actual one-punch power against the division's elite, but against a fighter like Green, who has been stopped spectacularly quite recently, it sure could look like it on Friday. Against Poulard, he showed an improved fluidity in the ring, a marked improvement from his stop-and-start flurry approach that was still blowing opponents away before. People in Canada have noticed the height of Alvarez's ceiling for quite some time. Coming out of the amateurs, people were telling trainer and matchmaker Mark Ramsey that Alvarez may have been the most talented fighter to ever come out of the Colombian amateur ranks. Promoter Yvon Michel certainly noticed as well, letting Alvarez main event at the Bell Center in just his 9th professional fight, something that has been reserved previously for names like Jean Pascal, Lucien Boutte, and Eric Lucas. An impressive win on American TV would suddenly put Alvarez in an enviable spot. With stablemate and light heavyweight champion Adonis Stevenson suddenly a hot commodity for U.S. networks, he'll need someone to fill out his broadcasts. And who better than a fellow Canadian-based fighter in the same division who was already ranked by the major sanctioning bodies? Let's keep in mind that Alvarez was already offered a late-notice world title crack at Nathan Cleverly last year. It might not be long before we see double world title co-features on HBO or Showtime involving two fighters from up north. And we'll get a good gauge on how quickly that will happen, if at all, this weekend in Connecticut.